What's up, everyone? I want to show you guys what I'm working on here. I'm making the military base map in Colossal Havoc. So kind of give you a demonstration a little bit of how, not necessarily a military base looks, but you have roads coming in and out, and then you have roads going different spots. This will probably open up on this side, probably make some objectives and stuff. Before, these buildings were labeled, but now I've added some decals on them. This training building is going to have some stuff, the chow hall and the military gym. Matter of fact, I'm going to do the military gym one right now so you can kind of see what that looks like. Take out, because like I have, like with those buildings over there, same, it was originally labeled with like a text of what it was going to be. So, let's see. Go to military gym, okay, and we got our decals up here. So, basically what I did was I took the images that I brought in, searched them up on a website, the royalty-free images, that is, and then I turned them into material. So I right-clicked on this and then did create material, and it opened this up. So just to show you what that looks like underneath. So you take the image and you plug it into the RGB base color, and then you apply it and you save it. And then your material that you just created is your material that you can like put onto something. But that's not exactly what we want, but just to show you, and then we'll get into the decals. If I wanted to just add a material to this building, just one, I could do that, as you can see. And then Control Z takes that off. But I'm trying to get it to look like these other buildings over here, more like picture the size that I want, and so I had to make decals, and so we're going to show you how we did that. I've done a tutorial video on that before, but basically you take these images that are already there, and then you click on the decal part here. When you come over here to the details panel, it has the material domain, and instead of surface, here's the different options. You got deferred decal, light function, volume, post process, user interface. We're not doing a mini map or something on the interface, so that's not the option, but deferred decal because we want it to be a decal that we're making for the building. And then the blend mode, we want that to be translucent so we can kind of make it the size we want, where we want it on the building. And you could keep it just the base color, but it's probably best to either go with opacity or miss a color. So if you do opacity, though, it's going to be light on the building. So, and then it's if you hold Control and then you drag it, then you don't have to Alt and delete that. And what I mean by Alt and delete is like that. But okay, and then Control Z to get that back to. Oh, okay. We'll do the Control, and there you go. Alright, and then so now that I have this, I'll show you, and then I'll do the rest of these decals here as well. So now that this decal is done, I drag it onto the building, and then I make my adjustments to how I want it to look. Alright, and yeah, so I'm just going to readjust the size a little bit. Probably do like 0.8. 0.8 isn't necessarily a bad. 0.7 maybe. Dang it. Okay, 0.7. 0.6. Alright, that works. And then you could have that up here. I could add another image and stuff later. I was going to do two on each side, but I thought it'd be cooler doing it like this, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find an additional image and then just have this like this over the door right here. But we'll get to the other part in a minute. So let's do these other ones now. So same thing, click on the decal thing there, choose deferred, and then translucent. Oh, and the options for that one are opaque, mask, translucent, additive, modulate, alpha composite, and alpha holdout, and you want translucent for that. I didn't talk about that a minute ago. Okay, so emissive color, because the opacity doesn't really show up as well on these buildings as you kind of saw. So we're going to go ahead and do all these so we can just knock them out real quick. Deferred decal translucent, we'll plug it into emissive color. And then you can also get a glow on them as well. Specifically, like if you want it to be lit up a certain way, then you can always change that up. So color. Okay, so now all these are good, so let's go ahead and get them on there now. Alright, gem weights. Gotta play with this sometimes to get it how you want it. Let's see here. Uh, 0.7. And this, let's see, 0.8 maybe? Yeah. Alright. Move this over just a tad so we can add another one up here, possibly. Another thing with these as well is sometimes if you're not careful, it can go bleed on the side of the building or underneath or over the top, so just make sure that you're paying attention to that if you're going to do decals in a project you're working on. Alright, so we got all these, so all we have to do is just drag them in. Okay. So, and we're going to do the same for this side, and then we'll just find another image to put on this side. But I'm not going to do that on this video. Just kind of want to show you guys some of the work that we're putting in on this. Let's see here. Alright, and then throw the other one up there, right? Okay. Alright, readjust it. And again, you can kind of play with the sizes to see what fits for what you're doing in your projects. So you don't have to match mine, but just to make them fit, then you just have to play around with the sizes a little bit, as you see that I'm doing, just to make it cool, you know, nice looking or whatnot. Alright, and then we'll do the training building as well while we're in this video too. If you're wondering how I got the roads to look like this, the roads were one of my teammates made the blueprint for that. And then as far as underneath that goes, this is just a box, and then what I did was I found a Mega Scan on Quixel Bridge, and then when I did that, then I was able to put that as a material. So as you can see that I'm kind of on it right now. So over here in the material section, I looked up a particular one that I did. And let me just pull this up so you can see. This is a lot of stuff just in our project, but anyway, the Mega Scans surface, I brought this one over from Quixel, and when I brought that over, then then this also allowed me to put it on top of the cube, because it was just a white material, and then I changed it to this. Okay, so now that we've got this mostly knocked out, we need a door. So I'm going to copy the door from these buildings that I already did. Duplicate it with Control D or Control C, Control V, depending on, of course, what you would like to do with it. And then you can always readjust the size, because obviously this is a very small door compared to over there with the barracks. So rotate it 180 degrees. It would be facing the direction you want, right? All right. And then also, too, make it be the size you want. So in this case, we want it to be bigger. Yeah, probably something like that. And then maybe a little bit taller. Alright, and then this thing, usually this would be for like a house door, I guess, but still works the same here. You can open it up. Instead of putting double doors, that would be a little bit harder to do. I'd have to look up a tutorial on how to do that one. What I did for this to make it simple was I put a cube for the door, and then I put a little sphere as the door handle. So pretty simple, straightforward. And let's make this a little bit taller. Make it seem like it's a business. Okay. Alright, and then we got that. I need to get that image to put there in the top, but other than that, you can tell it's a gym now, so may not be exactly, but double doors would be something I'd have to work out later. These vehicles I made, they're not going to stay in the map, but they're just kind of there for right now. Matter of fact, I might as well just get rid of it now, because I'm not going to need it. Because going to have to figure out some other vehicles. But I made all this out of geometry shapes. As you can see, I just kind of put stuff together, you know. Just threw it together pretty quick. And even though it's not really much of anything, it's still, I don't know why this one's not, anyway. Let's see. There. It was just kind of a placeholder for a little bit. So, even though we're not keeping it, it still was a way to kind of see military vehicles for a little bit while I'm trying to just build my map and stuff, you know? Okay. Alright. It's almost done with these military vehicles now. I don't know why some of these modular assets are not working the way that we'd like them to, but maybe not modular assets, but I think you're getting where I'm going with this, though. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now that those military vehicles are out, I have to find some pictures for the Chow Hall, what to put. Let me go ahead and get these training building going. Gonna have to have 2 separate doors. And since we made one the proper size of the gym, let's go ahead and copy that one. Instead of recopying the barracks one, because then we have to resize it again. All we have to do with this one is just flip it 90 degrees, or negative 90, one or the other. Negative 90, it looks like, on this case. Okay. They'll put one side is the like training side, and the other side, you know, leading to the other things. So I need to figure out like a divider or something, you know, to show that it's 2 separate sides to this building. All right. And then what we'll do is over here, move the thing over to the left instead of the right. Okay, so now we got that. Alright, so now you guys can see firsthand how I make these materials, because these were already pre-made before we got started on this video. I'm going to leave some of these open because, or just one of them, because then that way I don't have to readjust the screen so y'all can see. Okay. Alright, so first things first, create a material, right click, create material, and instead of the name of the picture, Matt, just go back to the beginning and put M underscore, and then that way it's not taking up a lot of things. And then also what you can do is you can Control D or Control C, Control V, and then just rename them to what they are. So material, this one, fire team training. And then all you do is just drag in the pictures afterwards. So this one you can put firing range. And then the last one, gunner character. I thought it'd be cool for the trainer building because, yeah, just cool design. Okay, so now that we got all these materials made, I did the first one off of this, but then I Control D the rest. Instead of create material on each one, I just copied and pasted this first one and then just renamed them. So let's go ahead and open these up. And don't mind the picture right now because they're all about to get deleted. As you can see, firing range, nope. Fire team training, nope. The only one that stays like that is this one here, and that's because that's that one, the class training. Okay, so basically you'll just leave that one as is. Alright, and now I can take this decal dumbbells out because the other ones are open. Class training is done. I can close that one out. At least if I leave one open, then I can keep doing it like that. Alright, I deleted the other one so I can just drag my thing in, and then when I drag the image in, I plug it into base color. And that's all there is to the material to set that up. And as I showed you the difference, if I was to now drag this material and cover the whole building just like that, which that one actually is pretty cool, but you know, even then I want it like a specific have a bunch of pictures, things like that. So alright, next, firing range, drag that one in, plug it into base color, apply, save. Next, gunner character, drag it into the gunner character, drop it, base color, apply, save. Okay, so the next thing, now that we got our materials all created, So take the first material, duplicate that one, and then keep it the same name except for replace the M with decal, so that way you know that it's specifically for the decals. And do that for each one here, because then that way you don't have to go change all the images out again. It's just easier if you do it straight off of the one you want to do. So in this case, fire team training, class training, and then so on the rest of the way. Duplicate the materials, so that way you do not have to go in and replace the materials again, confuse yourself. You don't want to do that. So do it off the material, duplicate, and that way it keeps the same name, and all you have to do is just take the number off the end and rename it to decal. Okay, so that now is done. This now is done. And again, all you have to do is just leave one open, so you keep bringing them up here versus bringing them to a separate window. Okay, so we'll open up these decals. They're not decals yet, but they're named decals, so you know what they're for. And then when you make the adjustments, then it will be a decal. Okay, so this one, click on this bigger one, not the texture sample. And then on your material domain, switch that to deferred decal, blend mode to translucent, and then I'll bring this to emissive color. Okay, and then I'll show you again the decal class training. Bring that on this side. And its proper size is just, got to be adjusted on the, there you go. Then you just bring this over a little bit, so you know this is kind of like the class side of things. Building might be a little bit large. You might want to even just change up things a little bit by, like here. Actually, we could even make this a little bit bigger if we wanted, wider. I mean, so just put 2, and then just drag this over a little bit, so that way it takes up a little bit more space on the building. It looks a little bit cleaner that way too. Okay. Next, we'll do the decal for the gunner, because that's the other one that I want right there. Okay, so click on this, go over here to deferred decal and translucent, and then RGB to either or emissive color or opacity, depending on which one you'd like to see. Okay. And actually, let's see here. I don't know if it's just because oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Alright, and then you can just resize it a little bit, or 1.2. So then that way it kind of matches up with the other decal there. I'll give you a nice little, cool look on this building before you even get into it. Alright, so we're done with these two. Oop. Oh, that one just kind of disappeared. Oh. Okay, this one's done, so we can get rid of this one. And this one as well, the decal class training, and the decal gunner is now put in there. Alright, so then next we got the decal fire training and the other one in the firing range. So let's go ahead and do those up real quick. Deferred decal, translucent. Drag this over. Apply it. Same thing here. Deferred decal, translucent. Drag this over. Apply. Okay, so now we got our other decals ready to go. Just got to drag them in and place them. So this one's a fire team, so let's go ahead and whoop. Obviously you don't want it like that. And that's good as is. Let's see. So we can just resize that a little bit. Down some. Oh, not wide wise. Down some the other way. Alright. And then we can drag our firing range here at the top. Show us different sides of the building. Show that they're training. Alright. And to show you more specifically what I mean about these decals, if I wanted to drag this over some more, you can see how it kind of bleeds over on the side of the building. So you want to make sure that it looks good wherever you place it at. Now you can extend this one just a little bit to match up. And maybe do this one a little bit more height. 0.6. We'll try 0.6. Yeah, 0.6. Okay. And this middle part, we'll figure out something for that. But I mean, at least this is a start for now to give you an idea what this building is. And then the same with this military gym. I gotta add more pictures. The Chow Hall, I'm just not sure what I can add there yet for pictures. But yeah, it's coming together. But just a demonstration of things coming along in the USA military map. So thank y'all for checking this out, and we'll see y'all for more as we progress through Colossal Havoc. So this is just part of the map, and it's not in its entirety, but it's making progress. So we'll see y'all for more soon.